He is the junior Home Minister of India and he is also an important face of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party from India's northeast. Tripura has already voted. Nagaland and Meghalaya will vote on February 27th. WION's Karthikeya Sharma spoke to Mr. Kiren Rijiju. Listen into what he said.
I'm joined by the principal campaigner of Bharatiya Janata Party in the elections for Northeast, Home Minister Kiren Rijiju, who is a face from Arunachal Pradesh and has been extensively campaigning in Meghalaya, Tripura and Nagaland. Kiren, thank you for making time for WION. You use the word the Naga Accord. That's the first question you encounter when you enter Nagaland. When? You have used the word soon, but the tenure of your government, of the BJP government, will be over next year.
No, it's not a question of tenure, it's a question of commitment. And we are very committed because Prime Minister has from the day one said that we want to solve this issue. But as I said, before India got independence, this issue was alive. And it's not easy to just hammer out the entire problem in a couple of years' time. We wanted that, but the talk is going on and it's progressing very smoothly and it's nearing the kind of an agreement which we are looking forward to. So that is what I feel, that it should not take too much time from now, but there are some critical issues remaining to be settled.
Are you saying that this year, by end of this year, the Naga Accord will be a reality?
No, if you give timeline, the problem starts. It's not question of how soon or how late or question of time zone. It's a question of commitment. We are very committed to that.
Okay, now let me draw your attention to a different subject, and I want your response on it. Nagaland Baptist Church Council has they wrote a letter to different political parties, and the whole letter was around the issue of faith in Nagaland and the issue of mainland politics, which is Hindutva and Christianity. Your first response on that?
First of all, Nagaland will be governed by the Nagas. It is a Christian state. The Chief Minister, the MLA, the ministers, everybody is Christian. Where's the question of imposition? It is the Constitution which will guide us. The Constitution says we can't discriminate anybody, any Indian, on the basis of his religious or any other identity. Everybody is Indian. So this kind of religious issue being brought up in the election time is something which is not appreciated, because if you target BJP, means you are benefiting somebody. So I have responded appropriately. Yesterday also I have extensively campaigned in the rural far area close to Myanmar border. I have told people very clearly, we are a secular party. We are functioning under a constitution which is absolutely secular. And there's no question of any imposition of faith on others. The Nagaland state government will be ruled and run by the Naga people. So there's no any bearing on any kind of have an adverse impact on the faith.
Are you saying, is it correct to say that the church is trying to be a political player at Nagaland?
Somebody may be trying to misuse it, but we don't blame the churches, because it's not all the churches are doing it. Maybe one or two people are trying to wreck up this issue to benefit some political parties or some candidates. I think some people trying to do that, but we have effectively countered that kind of campaign, and we assure every Naga and everybody that we are here to serve the people, and politics is all about governance, it's all about welfare, it's nothing to do with your faith. Faith is supreme, faith is your individual. You should not interfere into the faith of anybody just because you belong to a different community or different political party.
A lot of people would say that BJP is like a two-person, one in Northeast, another in the mainland India. In Northeast, there is no question of, there is no issue of food, there is no issue of identity.
Obviously, that is so clear. See, India is a large country, and every community has its own say in its own domain areas. Mm-hmm. Now, if a person from Jammu and Kashmir goes to Tamil Nadu and says that you have to follow our food habit, whatever we do in Kashmir, they will not listen. In the same manner, people of Nagaland have different food habits, different way of life. People in Maharashtra have different kind of a way of life. So it's a coexistence, unity in diversity, the strength of India, the character of Indian nation. This is something we coexist despite having different habits, because the country is large.
Okay. Is Congress done and dusted in Northeast?
Congress is paying the price of its misrule. Now you see in Nagaland, Congress is nowhere. The Congress meager presence is in Meghalaya because they are ruling for a long time. There also it's difficult to save their skin. In Nagaland, I can say that the history of Congress has been quite strong, but for the present purpose, Congress is not in existence here anymore.
And last two questions before I let go of you. One, should Northeast have a different time zone? You know, the Northeast can get to save light, can get to save electricity, and it will be more in rhythm with the nature. But somehow it seems that when we talk about time zones, it becomes an issue of nation, you know, one nation, one time. You, as a representative of Northeast, what have you done on this front? Because a lot of chief ministers, like Mr. Pema Khandu, I distinctly remember, categorically said that they would really appreciate if they can have a different time zone.
Yeah, this is an issue which has been raised many a times. Yes, there are concerns that 1.5 hour differences of sun rising, thereby precious time, the early morning most valuable time is lost. But I am from the ministry who deals with the subject. So if I give some kind of a commitment or statement, it may not be appropriate. But as a person from Northeast and as a minister from Northeast, if any kind of such demand come in a coherent manner by all the northeastern states, then we can definitely think about it, and what can be done is something we need to discuss, because creation of time zone will have its own repercussion and we will have to manage that. Right now Indian Standard Time is applicable to every part of the country, like Nepal or Bhutan or Bangladesh. They are in between India. Their west also is India, the east also is India. So our time zone runs like Bhutan. Bhutan's time is 30 minutes advance of India. But since we go by Lucknow time, so Arunachal's practical time is actually ahead of Bhutan, but official timing is later than Bhutan. So this kind of peculiar situation is there because of our large size of Indian subcontinent. This is something we can think about in future.